Hello, and welcome back, everyone. Welcome to day 3 of our cloud pen testing bootcamp. Hope everyone is all rested up and ready for the day. It's been a great experience with you all. You've been a great class. So thanks for joining us. And I look forward to seeing more of you in the future in some of our other boot camps. So not only do we have, of course, the red team stuff, we do have some blue team stuff as well. We've got some different boot camps coming up pretty soon. And if you're really enjoying cloud pen testing, then I highly recommend going back and going through some of the cloud content that we have. Got Azure content, and then we'll be adding AWS. And so there'll be some more, pen testing courses come out around those topics. And so actually one of our next boot camps is a blue team boot camp, and it's kind of more on the defensive side of Azure security. So you have to check that one out. So to be a good offensive security professional, it's good to understand the defensive side too. So be able to understand that can help you with your offensive security skills. So we have a couple celebrities in our audience. We have Don and Lily. So I take it this hasn't been too boring because they don't have to be here and they're back again. So that's a good sign. Well, if feeling is mutual towards the two of you as well. Say one thing for sure, one of my favorite parts about working here at INE is working with people like Lily and Don. Some really good people. And then you get some of these really skilled professionals like Tracy Wallace that we get to learn from, get to learn how to be better instructors and learn how to make better content, learning from them. So probably be posting this up there again throughout the day, but I'm going to go ahead and post up a link for the boot camps. We still got a little, well, it's 3 minutes after the hour, but we're going to give it time because people are usually, just starting to come in. So we don't want anyone to miss anything. So yeah, being a premium subscriber and get access to these boot camps, I highly recommend taking advantage of those. We've got one on Cisco ICE coming up, identity management, and also got Tracy's boot camp. Let me just I'll post up the link for you to have that for yourself, but we will share that screen here just in a bit. So Tracy has a cloud application management boot camp coming up. So that'll be a good one. And then one of our new instructors, blue team instructors, Jason Alvarado, is teaching a digital forensics and incident response in the cloud boot camp coming up. So those are good, especially if you're more focused on the cloud side, then you're definitely going to want to check out Tracy and Jason's boot camps. So Tracy, if you're not aware, Tracy Wallace is our Azure content creation and instructing guru at INE. And then Jason used to teach at a college. He was over the cybersecurity program. He's worked in law enforcement. He's worked in consulting as a digital forensics analyst. And he was like on one of these teams, they were investigating, breaches and stuff. So he has a lot of incident response experience. So that one would be good to check out because the nice thing about our instructors is the people on our team, they have real world experience. And some of you, enjoyed the stories over the past couple of days that I've given. These other instructors have some stories of their experiences in the field. So Jason's also managed a SOC team before too. So he's got a good idea how, this stuff works if you're a SOC analyst, how this can benefit you as a SOC analyst. So worth checking out. So we're starting to get more people in here. So we'll just give it a little bit longer. So everyone ready for the weekend? Oh, great. Good to hear. That's good. Good to hear. Yeah, for me, it's been a really busy week. Yeah, people like Lily and Don, they spend a lot of weekends at conferences and stuff. I kind of maybe not as much as them, but I can understand. I can feel your pain a little bit. This is actually one of the last weekend I presented at Isolation Con, and then I do group mentoring on Saturdays. And so usually my weekends, I don't have a completely free weekend, but this weekend is completely free. So I had someone that I'm interviewing for my podcast, and they even said they're available on Sunday. And I said, we'll wait until Monday because I want like a complete week off. Even if you love this stuff, you got to get away from it. You don't want to get burnt out. You start getting burnt out, then it just kind of impedes your learning process, and you get burnt out of the job, then it just kind of makes you hard to progress. So we need our time to unplug. Oh, cool. So George, States weekend. So are you doing that on demand? Or are you doing one of the live courses? Oh, cool. I have not taken that one. I took the one that's a step below, but that one, honestly, when I took the prerequisite course, or the course before that, when I took 542, I went through the e-learning security web app pen testing stuff, and I really didn't learn. The only thing I learned from that actually was user agents and like decoding, unencrypting communications if you have the private key on SSL certificates, TLS certificates. So that was it. So that's good. That would be interesting to see the other course. So unknown. How do y'all typically work past the burnout phase? Is it just a matter of taking a break, or is there a bit of more issue? Yeah, you need to take breaks, because one of the things that happens too is if you don't take the breaks and you force through the pain and keep studying or keep working or whatever, you're going to get to where you're not retaining as much. And effective learning or effective work is better than, the alternative. So if you're burnt out, you're not able to focus, then you're not going to be able to produce as well. So yeah, make sure you take breaks. And one of the things I like to compare it to, because I've competed in powerlifting for years, and I like to use sports analogies. It's just like any kind of training for sports and stuff. You need to take time away because you need to recover. So being able to recover is important. And the same thing with work. You need rest. Your central nervous system, periodization. William knows something about sports. That's good. Or lifting or something along that lines. Or Lily actually can too. Lily has a kinesiology degree. But yeah, you have to take those breaks. It's like anything else. You have to let your brain rest, and it's just like a muscle. You overwork it, it's sore, and you're going to overtrain, and then you can get injured. So you really just need to and the best thing is to put in breaks before you feel like you need it. That's just like unplugging from technology. You need to take breaks from technology. And I say that because, I have a hard time unplugging, because I'm usually on my mobile device or my laptop until right before bedtime or so. So you really need to unplug. So if you plan that in, I think you'll do a lot better job avoiding burnout, because you really don't want to get to that burnout phase. So as you're learning and studying, taking a day off or just kind of limiting your time of study, make sure you're doing something like that. Because when I was starting out early in my pen testing career and learning to pen test, I was spending a lot of late hours, and it was just really kind of hard to, after I got my certification, then it was hard to want to go back to studying. And then after some rest, I was able to, but that's just kind of example of why you want to be careful with the burnout. Plus, sometimes our jobs can be so closely related to our studies, and it's easier to burn out. Yeah, it's interesting when you can relate to other people understand some of these concepts outside of our profession, like the periodization. That's just like scheduling life and work. If you schedule things and try to stick to some type of scheduling your breaks, and even from a a mental perspective, the physical stuff helps, because if I'm not going into the gym, then I get stressed out. We had some issues back in my sysadmin days that we had some really unstable servers in our environment, problems with email, Active Directory, and directory services, just constantly a lot. It's just a matter of we had consolidated a bunch of data centers and into one, and just our environment at that time, we were actually going through the phase of just trying to stabilize stuff. And there was a time during that period of my work at that company that I got really stressed out. And it just finally one day I just kind of got upset, and I realized I need to get back in the gym. And that's just kind of how I help take care of my mental health and stress. So that's a good quote. Yep. Everything in moderation, including moderation. That's good words to live by there. So Muhammad raised his hand. So what question do you have, Muhammad? Okay, so we've got about 13 after the hour. I think we're good to go here now. We may have some people join, but we need to get started. Want to get through this, and I know y'all just didn't join just to hear me blab. So we're going to get started. So welcome to Cloud Pen Testing Day 3.